Hello there. No more chit chat. Let's just get started with another class of the Awesomeness Branded Collection right now. Well, apparently, we are doing the introduction for digital painting in Photoshop. Back to Photoshop, right? We missed you. This is a more artsy approach of the last class. We are going to see how we apply all that technical shit that we probably didn't like. Maybe you did. I loved it. But we're going to apply all that technical stuff that we've learned, all the rules, and see how we can do all those things without being too precise, with just drawing by hand and digitally painting, which is as loosely as ever, right? Most of all, talking about applying perspective. And when we're talking about perspective, we're also talking about giving volume to objects, like looking them more 3D, right? Realistically looking. And that obviously implies lighting and shading. They come together. So, talking about lighting and shading into more depth, because we just barely mentioned shadows in the last class, just by lighting and shading, how you can do so much more than give it a volume to a certain object, but you can also give a certain feel, as in texture, as in shininess. So you can also suggest what it's made out of. All of those on the background of actually learning the brush tool. We've used the brush tool in Photoshop up until now, but now it's a different thing because we haven't been drawing. We've been using the brush tool kind of like in masking, right, in photo altering. But now the difference is we're going to start to learn how to use the brush tool into being precise of what we want to do, actually drawing, starting with some basic shapes, for example, and just building on the basics. So learning on being precise of what you want to do with the brush and being more focused with using the brush tool, but also seeing how you can use so many different brushes, giving you some example of those and what effect it has on what you're trying to achieve on your artwork, and then talking colors, blending modes, and stuff like that. But everything having to do with digital painting, whether it's a cube or it's a portrait. Hopefully, we will go through as many examples and exercises as we can to cover a whole range of techniques and learning stuff like challenges in order for us to learn as much as we can, but we'll see how that works out. I know what I'm going to teach you. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet. But don't panic. Always, this is being in the flow. It just comes to me naturally. So,